Okay, now we're going to do an ear. What I'm going to do is, since we're going to be drawing a face, let's do a straight on. I find that when you practice doing an ear from the side view, then I end up with people doing portraits, and their ears look like a monkey drew them because they're from the side when they're really at an angle to you. So this line will represent the, I guess you'd call it the side of the face. But I do have a subject that needs to sit up straight, or his head straight. Okay, now this gentleman that I'm drawing has a little sideburn here, right here. He's going to be the next Elvis Presley. And then he has the glasses coming out in this area. But when you're doing an ear, it's almost like, to me personally, I mean, you might like ears, but to me, an ear is something strange. Like, if people came from another planet and they saw our ears, they might say, you humans have, what are those weird things coming out of the side of your head? What I'm doing is I'm doing the overall shape, and ears vary. What I'll do is I'll block in the overall shape. It's almost like this is part of a cane, I guess, like a candy cane. You know, the candy cane. With the, right? And then some of them come down at an angle. Now keep in mind, ears are different, but you do have, you're gonna look for this little part of flesh that sticks out. And then you're gonna end up, now this part is the, like the thickness of the ear, how it kind of, the skin kind of rolls this way and under to create that ear. And then it gets closer to this edge, and it kind of disappears into the edge. And then you have overlapping. You have this piece right here that's coming in. And it almost like, if I were to come up with a shape, I would say it's like a triangle. There's like a triangle here of flesh coming out, which is connected to, I'm thinking about the thickness here, to a curve that almost meets this little hump here. And then it comes in, and there's another ridge, I guess you would call it. And then this, since there's flesh that kind of rolls over, it kind of pokes out. It depends on the individual. And then this is a line. This line represents the back part of the ear. So the back part of the ear, I can see a little highlight on the edge. And it comes down. Now, keep in mind, ears are different between the individual, but this comes in. So what I see is some shadow area in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that in. And then I see this kind of overlapping. So I'm gonna put a slight gradation here on top, but then it's gonna be, this area is in more shadow. So what I'm doing is I'm doing layers of gradients. Gradient from dark to light, another layer. Here, I feel like there's a shadow here, but it's soft coming out. And then this ridge catches light, and then behind it is the dark part. Now I'm shading with a pencil, but if I were painting, this would be kind of a reddish color, because Mr. Sanchez is my model, And his ears are turning red because I'm talking about his ears. And like me, when somebody talks about my ears or something about me, I turn really red really fast. And it's funny. So this is actually that highlight part. I kind of connected it. Okay, and then I see like a little hump here. Okay? And then I see more shading, but not as dark as this. So you're almost like, to be honest, to practice drawing an ear, I would probably get a piece of gum that somebody already chewed on and stick that under a table or something. And if you look at it, that's kind of what an ear looks like to me. And now we have stark contrast between the light and the shadow. So if you want, I can soften this to make it look more 3D. Now on some people, their ears don't stick out as, you know how some people's ears stick out more than others. So then maybe you don't see this much ear sticking out. And then some people have more hair, but right here is where his hair is in front of the ear, where it comes out. And that's how you draw an ear. Now, should I draw another ear, or we're done? Or that, let's review about the ear. Basically, think about the shape of the ear. Remember, think about the ear in perspective. It's coming out at you, so you might see it pop up a little bit here, and then it might come down. And then don't forget this little bump. And then you've got this part kind of going around. You may have another little area. And depending on the individual, you got this little piece here. And then sometimes you have like another little piece, and then you got the ear coming out. And keep in mind, the ears have different shapes to them. And then just think about, okay, this is gonna be dark. So I'm gonna put a layer of dark here, maybe behind this. I'm gonna put a little layer of dark here, and maybe a little dark here. And then this whole area might be dark. And then here, it might connect to this. Sometimes if you have to draw a piece, I might even draw a piece, okay. I'm gonna draw with my eraser to soften it. Whatever it takes. And that's how you draw an ear. And to be honest, if I were practicing drawing ears, I would look at other people or look at yourself or take a portrait of yourself. But what you don't want is an ear from the side view. Unless you're planning on drawing the whole face from the side view. I recommend you draw an ear in perspective. Have a good day.